And the reason why I want to announce my retirement now is so I can find my replacement. All right, someone's got to come up here and keep you in the loop.
Oh my god! Oh my god! He's gonna Willy Wonka the whole thing. He's Willy Wonka his drama alert channel. Oh, and he's gonna turn it into a show. And it's gonna be a thing, and there'll be auditions. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, from the get-go, it was the same thing every single time. Oh yeah, Keemstar's retiring. Let's get talk about that for 2 seconds because I think it's probably fake. I mean, this is one of those things where as soon as I saw this, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be that internet picture, you know, where the whole world is great."
Look, I know a lot of people think I'm trolling. A lot of people think it's just bait that I'm retiring, but I am.
Oh no, I think it's pretty much.
High on my own drama?
I know I've said a million times that I'm never leaving the internet, that I'm never retiring, but I really am retiring. I'm going to have a statement today on Drama Alert to talk about it briefly. You know, things need to be...
So the only reason I think he might be stepping down from the Drama Alert is because he's actually banned from having his own channel, I think, but like as Drama Alert is a brand channel, he can make vids on there, I think. I know this is, I used to watch a lot of Beauty Guru drama. Okay, gotcha. I mean, if it's true, I think that's a really, really good thing. Hey, Smallish Wilt Twitch, thank you very much for the Prime. Sorry, just joined, so don't know if I've been covered, but did you see that one of the largest British leftist media channels was removed from YouTube for a while today as supposed spam? I did. I spoke about it. I retweeted the story, and I'm happy to see that they're already back. I knew that they'd be back immediately. Novara Media is very popular, not just in lefty circles. It's quite well received. Anyways, Keemstar is a horrifying, horrible human being who basically has spent 14 years profiting off of human misery. That's been his entire grift. And well, is it even a grift? I think he actually enjoys human misery. No, it's not a grift. He's just been profiting off human misery and enjoys it. And now after 14 years, because I guess his career has become too old for him, basically, as it's reaching the age of most of his relationships, he now has to pull the ripcord for what is appearing to be he may not be allowed on the platform anymore. I'm not sure. He's supposed to drop a video on it today. Anyone who was following the Keemstar Ethan drama from last year has probably seen all the videos on it. If you haven't, go check out their work. It's pretty horrifying because Keemstar isn't just like, you know, there's a ton of people who have made a living off of profiting off of human misery. You know, there's Maury, you name it. There's tons of TV shows where it's just like, we're going to put people on the show. Most likely they're impoverished and they're going to get a little bit of money and they get to be on television for a day. And we're going to let them expose their most embarrassing aspects of their life. Or people, Keemstar is kind of like, I don't know, TMZ on crack and acid at the same time, because it is going to tell you a whole bunch of stories that are going around the internet, but oftentimes he involves himself in the story too, where there could be someone who's suffering from mental illness or a mental breakdown. He'll then want to pull them on to Drama Alert, give a whole big speech, try to make them look ridiculous for the clicks and the views and the lulls, and then it can have real world consequences, as in the case when someone, and trigger warning for this, committed suicide.
Explained, right? Like why I'm leaving, what's going to happen to the future of Drama Alert.
Oh, he did the video.
You know, what I'm going to do in return. What is up, Drama Alert?
Ugh, I can't stand his voice. But this is important news. Internet news. Trash news. I'm going to speed through this.
Drama Alert Nation, I'm your host, Killer Keemstar, and I quit. That's right. Yesterday I announced my retirement. It's been almost 14 years in January.
All right, let me give some more prefaces to the story. You might be noticing the FaZe Clan stuff. Keemstar has also been heavily involved, and this is something that's not really widely reported on, in pumping cryptocurrencies to his audience, mostly through Twitter, also doing pump and dumps. Well, I don't know how much. Yeah, they are dump schemes. Pump and dump schemes in relation to a lot of the most popular stocks that were coming around that time, you know, the Satoshi Street Bets era, when people were making big companies become hyperinflated. That was a whole thing. He was also heavily involved in that, promoting those stocks, of which he also had ownership. He at one point states publicly, he's like, I'm selling the majority of my cryptos. So he had also been pumping a whole bunch of cryptos and then also recouped a whole bunch of money from pumping and then selling those cryptos. So also the reason I'm bringing this up with the FaZe Clan is that we all know that FaZe Clan, one of the members of the FaZe Clan, was involved heavily in a cryptocurrency scheme as well, in which they basically started their own coin and said that it was to be raising money for charitable causes, but in fact was just in order for them to once again do pump and dump schemes, like it seems a lot of people who are involved in cryptocurrency like to do.
It'll be 14 years that I have been a YouTuber. I started being a YouTuber at age 27, so had a little bit of a late start. And quite frankly, I'm not
yeah,
having
charity
fun
was
anymore.
them.
You know, I
no
started
kidding.
off my YouTube career as a gaming troll, making trolling videos all the way back in 2009. A lot of trash talk, a lot of entertainment. And when I moved into doing Drama Alert, right, you know, it was
he's got so many embarrassing videos where he's gone into debates where people just like steamroll him, especially on Twitch. He stopped doing it for good reason.
same thing. You know, people were talking trash. You know, we're covering the tweets back and forth, and it was fun, a lot of fun drama. But recently, things have changed quite a bit. And it started around the time of the pandemic is when things got pretty bad. You know, there was a shift in the culture where cancel culture became like this overpowering thing. And people went after YouTubers, sponsors, you know, like really trying to just ruin them financially. And that caused everyone to stop speaking their mind, right? That caused everyone to be a walking, talking commercial, all right? You got guys like Bryce Hall, who I guess is edgy. He doesn't really seem that edgy to me. But then you have Noah Beck coming out saying, I don't want to make videos with Bryce Hall because I feel like it might hurt our brand deals.
Is this the reason? Is this going to be why he's like fake retiring this time? It's going to be like, well, everyone, this will shock you. It's cancel culture. Yeah, it's cancel culture, and I just can't get my sweet G Fuel. Yeah, my G Fuel syrup. Can't promote the G Fuel syrup anymore. Can't, you know, promote that highly sugary garbage sewage water. And instead, I'm just going to go on to pretend to retire again.
That's what we're dealing with. So who is Noah Beck? Well, you don't know. This guy's a robot. What does Noah Beck think about anything? You don't know. Like, the guy's a robot. He's a walking, talking commercial. He's not a real person. He's fake, you know, because brands, he's got to protect those brand deals. But this isn't to single out Noah Beck. This is everywhere, right? This is all YouTubers. This is all influencers, well, most of them. So what happens is when nobody speaks their mind and everyone's a commercial, there's not really that much entertainment, you know? Entertainment. In entertainment, you need drama. You know, think of the Avengers without drama. Think of the Avengers without a bad guy.
He's saying the thing.
Right? You need some back and forth. You need some battles. You need conflict, right? That's a core part of entertainment. Not all entertainment, but in general, entertainment. And that just doesn't happen anymore with the cancel culture stuff, with the ripping sponsors away and attacking a YouTuber sponsor. It used to be this huge no-no. If you did that, like, you were the one that got canceled. Now it's acceptable. Now it's like normal thing. Like, if someone gets in trouble, let's email the sponsor. Like, that's a normal thing. I don't know how that happened. I mean, it threatens the entire entertainment, you know, community or whatever that we've built here. And that's another thing. Back in the day,
Keemstar has 5.77 million subscribers. Like, even if his videos were receiving, for the most part, like only limited ad revenue, that's a fuck ton of money just on itself. The sponsorships that people who are that famous and that massive are getting is in addition to already being rich. It's just funny money at that point. It's just stacks and stacks and stacks of cash. And like across the board. It's not just like G Fuel is not the only one. You don't realize this, but sometimes just the products that they have in their room that they're streaming from, those products themselves are paying just to be part of like the get up and the gear. There's so many different ways they monetize their careers and their lives. So, I mean, I'm sorry, Keemstar, that you lost G Fuel because all that horrifying information came about you being such a horrible person. There's something like Keemstar is the worst example for defenders of cancel culture for someone who's claiming to be like being canceled or having to be stopped for canceled, because that's the one where people are like, oh, well then maybe they're doing a net good by doing the things you just mentioned. And I'm not trying to endorse those actions in any way, shape, or form. I'm not. I'm just saying that if that's the argument you're making, Keemstar, you're coming from the wrong angle here.
you know, when we
I'm paid
about
by
the
Big
community,
Chico.
Felt like we knew everyone. Like it was a
Fuck that,
it was an actual community. The
Living
community
the
doesn't
greatest
exist
life.
anymore. It's like so big and so spread. You know, I think back of stories. What was the name of those guys? The These guys, I'll find it in editing. Remember, they got canceled for something everybody talked about. Everybody. Now a story will happen, and only that group of fans or care about that story. You know, we're not knit together like we used to be. And part of the problem is we don't have a flourishing commentary community, right? We used to have a commentary community where everybody was talking about the same thing, and that commentary community has disappeared, and they're all making long form like documentaries because the longer videos, the more watch time, the more they'll get promoted in the algorithm and blah, 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 blah. So you're left with the T channels, and the T channels have no credibility, caught lying and bullying and harassing YouTubers nonstop, but there's so many of them that they kind of control the narrative. It's just a mess. It's a giant mess. All right. It's just a giant mess of not fun.
I mean, there is so much wrong with YouTube, and there's like so much legitimate criticism that you can levy at YouTube for like a whole variety of reasons, especially like they mostly come from a corporate aspect. Yes, they prioritize content that happens to be already mainstream television content because it's safe, it'll get a lot of views, it'll get a lot of clicks, it's very commercially viable, it is completely changed into a platform like that. It's incredibly difficult to start out if you're starting from scratch, especially if you want to enter the politics arena, not to mention it's still rampant with a whole bunch of problems involving racism, the alt-right, radicalization, all that shit is still rife. But like the fact that you don't feel the quality of fellow trash channels is quite where it's at, and people are making like longer form, perhaps even more researched videos, like that's not that's not the problem.
I think back of the time where there was
good ammo for your debate with Ben tomorrow. Hey, what up, Vivian Wolf? Everyone go check out Vivian Wolf's channel. Seems like cancel culture is fucking awesome if it gets Keen's sociopathic ass off the air. Yeah, that's true. Keen is a great example for the positive aspects of cancel culture.
diss tracks, right? And people were making diss tracks back and forth. That was fun. We don't have that anymore. You know, if I go back and I look at, you know, we have Drama Alert DM where you guys can tip us off on news, and we look through that, and it's like, you're trying to Me Too every single YouTuber for something, right? And a lot of them are guilty, need to be called out. Don't get me wrong. But like, that's the only thing anyone cares about anymore. It's like, where is the fun? You know, there's not much fun left in the community.
Here's another thing. He got called out so hard for horrifying things that he did. And again, like just basically exploiting human misery in front of like, you know, hundreds of thousands of people for profit. And ever since then, yeah, maybe it's not as fun anymore when there's a lot of people who are like, that's really fucked up.
From the perspective of drama. It's always something to pull on the emotions of the audience, of the viewers, get them emotionally angry so they form a mob. And then
he's not only a massive racist, he's a massive transphobe. That's because like that's the current thing that's in vogue, right? If you want to like be involved in like conservative edgy humor and lulls, you just make a whole bunch of jokes like pronouns in bio block, always mute when pronouns in bio lol keck soy. Like no. It's been garbage for so long.
To attack someone. Like, that's what I see these other YouTubers doing nonstop. And it's sad. It's pathetic. It's
and also, like, doesn't date women who are under 18, basically, is his claim to fame.
Not fun. Another thing, because I've been a YouTuber for such a long time, is, you know, back in the day, all right, I had a fan base that subscribed to my channel, and they would go to their sub box and be like, oh, a Drama Alert video, and go watch it, right? But then YouTube changed some things, right? They said, well, you got to turn the bell on, right? You got to turn this notification bell on if you want notifications for that channel. Oh, okay. All right. So we started telling people to turn.
I'll agree. That was terrible of YouTube. And hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that notification bell. It really helps the channel out. It'll get those algorithm things greased. I don't know computers.
Turn the notifications on. Then they added another layer. Well, if you want all notifications, you got to select the all button. Okay, YouTube. All right. So that was their third, you know, stage or whatever of trying to separate the creator from the fan base, right?
Did I say under 18?
Fans go through three. So you got to sub, you got to turn the bell, and you got to select always, right? Then they started pushing recommendeds, all right? Now, when I go to youtube.com, I get recommended videos that I want to actually see. And, you know, I think the recommended thing is awesome, right? I use it all the time. The problem is, all right, the people I sub to, the people that I made a decision, a conscious decision in my head. I want to watch this person. I don't see their videos anymore because YouTube.
No, he didn't brag about being a pedophile. He bragged online about saying that, like, I don't like dating women who aren't, like, 18 or over, but like under a certain age. Like, he couldn't be above a certain age when he was like, pushing 40. Because like I just have more in common with them. It was something weird like that. Like he brags about the fact that like he gets very young women.
Is sending me the videos. You recommend it. Look at all these thumbnails. Look at all this other stuff that you're interested in, and that causes me to be distracted and click.
He's a massive misogynist too. He defended Jesse Smiles' rapist for no fucking reason and demanded that he, the rapist, make a public statement to prove him right. Wow.
On a video that I wouldn't have normally watched because YouTube is feeding me. So the viewers have lost control on who they watch and who they sub to, and YouTube has full control, of what you viewers are watching.
Yeah,
let me ask you a question.
That's it. If they remember 9/11, they're too old. And of course, that's one of those things that he just passed off as like, it's for the lulz. It's for the lulz.
Times have you guys had to manually go type in Drama Alert to watch a video? I wonder if Keemstar uploaded, like Drama Alert, so it's a lot. All right. My channel doesn't really get thrown into recommended, doesn't get recommended to people. There's a lot. All right.
Why do you think that is?
My plate that I'm just battling with. Over the last, I would say 2 years, I've been actively looking for my replacement because I just need to do other things. I got other things going on. I'm involved in the boxing world. I want to get into documentary stuff. I want to leave the house. All right. When you work at Drama Alert, you're kind of stuck here, right? Some crazy thing goes on. I got to make a video, right? I don't get to plan videos. I don't get to schedule stuff. No, I'm on call 24/7. There's no off time. If something goes down, I got to rush here and make a video to let you guys know about it, to keep you in the loop. And after doing this for such a long time, it's like, okay, I want to leave the house. I want to go on vacation. I want to travel. I want to spend more time with my family and stuff like that. So it's a lot of different things. Why am I retiring is a lot.
I'm really not looking forward to the documentaries that Keemstar produces.
Of different things. Now, I'm planning on retiring and leaving for good as the host of Drama Alert on my 40th birthday, March 8th, okay? And the reason why I want to announce my retirement now is so I can find my replacement, all right? Someone's got to come up here and keep you in the loop.
Oh my god, he's gonna Willy Wonka the whole thing. He's fucking Willy Wonka his fucking Drama Alert channel. Oh, and he's gonna turn it into a show, and it's gonna be a thing, and there'll be auditions. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Oh, from the get-go. It was the same thing every single time. It's gonna be so profitable too.
Been really hard looking for that replacement. I haven't found anyone even remotely close. I mean, there's a lot of responsibilities. I mean, you have to double check the news that you're about to talk about. You have to pick the stories. You have to make your video. You have to edit your video. You have to upload your video. You have to make your thumbnail or whatever, and you have to tag the video. It's a lot of responsibilities for someone to do. And even, when you pay really, really well, who wants to be on call 24/7, right? Now, I know a lot of people say me, but you'll see how challenging this actually is. But more than that, you got to find someone that's entertaining. But also, on top of that, I got to find someone that you guys like, right? The number one comment when, I talk about me retiring or me leaving Drama or no longer hosting Drama, the number one comment is, oh, just like Ray William Johnson. Remember when Ray William Johnson had someone else on his show, the show died, da-da-da-da. It's going to be the same thing. Like, I get it. I get it. But we have now until March to find someone you like, all right? And I've had people cover for me on Drama Alert before that you guys appreciated and you guys liked and you guys enjoyed. So I think it's very possible that we, find someone that you like. Maybe it's multiple people hosting. I don't know. But if you are interested in hosting on Drama Alert, I need you to apply. It's very simple. Make your own Drama Alert video, all right? There are assets in the description that you can use, like the intro or whatever.
It's all so predictable. So he's just gonna get a whole bunch of probably desperate younger content producers to make him a whole bunch of free content, unpaid labor. He's gonna be able to show it all on his channel. The ones that he does not like, he will laugh at, and it'll make great new segments. Oh, look at this nerd. And then the money wheel keeps on turning.
Make your own Drama Alert video. Upload
Catfishing with Dave and take the other Drama Alert
hashtag Drama Alert in the title.
It's not actually a bad idea.
For Drama Alert, something like that. We'll see it. We'll come across it. We'll be checking. I have a whole team of people that'll be checking this every day. and we'll look for, people that we.
So it's less of a retirement and more he's just basically upgrading his studio life. He's going to have different hosts for his show. He doesn't have to host the specific show. He's going to continue to do a ton of stuff outside of it and start making documentaries.
Feel are entertaining that could really pull this off. By the way, when you're doing your application, you don't need real stories. Just make something up, or use real stories. Do what you want. But obviously, energetic, entertaining. There's a lot. This is not an easy job. We'll pay you well, but it's not an easy job. So we got to see who.
Couldn't you make it a lefty channel? You couldn't do shit. He will be your boss. He's going to be your employer. You're going to have to do exactly whatever Drama Alert wants. He will have a very rock solid contract. He's rich. He's a multimillionaire. He's going to hire very, very expensive lawyers who are going to make you do whatever he wants under penalty of being fired. It's not going to be an environment where you can just like subvert the hashtag Drama Alert channel. Okay, Drama Alert. I gotta tell y'all about a couple of fellas named Marks and Angles. Like that's not gonna happen. But hey, I mean, try. I'm here for any kind of subversion in any form.
Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Just, we will build a ladder to heaven to deliver you the daily news. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are your most humble of clownish jesters. To our lords, Trevor R. and Alexander Thaler, you have our undying fealty. To our knights of the round table, Nate, that one guy, Hagbird Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariana McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Ants Are Still Running the World, Coulter Smith, Tom Groh, Val 9000, Jenna Tal, Quiet 185, Anna Loves Riley, Riley and Anna, Omni, Poodlehawk. The Tim Caucus, Multimondi, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojack, Saren 42, Chronic de Hemphog, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Josh Mickelson, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We shall meet you in the tavern, and we raise a drink, and we salute you.